beats.
Tell me it's over if you don't wanna be with me anymore. This torture of my heart, do you really feel that this is necessary? It's not a game, I'm not a toy. Respect the man, I'm not a boy. I thought we were a great alloy. Stop playing the game. How you gonna tell me? Are you gonna let me know if you're gonna let me go so I can fix my flow? How you gonna tell me? Are you gonna let me know if you're gonna let me go so I can fix my flow? Honey, bunny, I guess I shouldn't call you like this anymore. Touch me, tease me, another set of things that you're gonna let me go. Honey, it's not a game, I'm not a toy. Respect the man, I'm not a boy. I thought we were a great alloy. Baby, stop playing the game. How you gonna tell me? How you gonna let me know if you're gonna let me go so I can fix my damn flow? Tell me. How you gonna let me know if you're gonna let me go so I can fix my flow? My baby. How you gonna tell me? Are you gonna let me know if you're gonna let me go so I can fix my flow? How you gonna tell me? Are you gonna let me know if you're gonna let me go so I can fix my flow? How you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell me? You gonna let me go 'cause I wanna fix my flow.
Microphone check. everybody doing tonight? Give me those likes. Tell your friends to come here. The Shada Gang reunite tonight. Let me call some peeps. Woo. That sound is dope. Eh, eh. You know what is the best thing? When you're a fan of your own music and you listen to the things you did, like if they didn't come from you, and like you enjoy them just as if it was your own sound. Sorry. Just put the link. It's Diamantero Harlem Popo. It's a track that I did not so long ago. I think it was my first Amapiano EP. I'm trying to play with all these different genres. You know, I'm having fun with this here. And as you know, this show is sponsored by Shada. Everybody's hearing me well? Yes, I know everybody's hearing me well. Everybody's feeling fine tonight. How are you doing? I hope everybody's doing fine. I am doing fine. I'm actually wearing one of my first Bombers products. Forgot to put my watch. How am I gonna know when Bruno sends me messages to distract me from my life? I want to say that we have in the month of June 789 new subscribers. So we passed our goal of 1,000 subscribers. I mean, we're not passed, but we're gonna pass it. It's only been 12 days, so I'm raising the bar to 1,500 new subscribers. I want to say a warm welcome to Kaysha.tv, to Sir Princey, Dara, Eliseo, and Munjanga Boaventura. Welcome to the gang. Welcome to Club Shada. This is episode number 26. So we're already at like we passed a quarter of 100 and it's starting to become a thing, I guess, right? So what I have in program for you, of course, I always answer all your questions when you have some. Tonight we're gonna do a listening party. As I've been telling you, I've been going through the retrospective of all my product that I've produced as a solo artist, but also I will also play some products that are released on Sushi Raw. And so we will go back to 2001. Let me see if this sound is good. So we will go back to 2001 when I released a compilation called CaribbeanSoul. That was volume 1, but that actually was the only volume because after that I went on to do so much stuff that I never took the time to do volume 2. But it's never too late, as I always say. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's there. AJ Silva, salute. I hope you are fine. I hope everything is all right in your location. Isasha, how are you? I hope everything is fine in Germany. Crystal Killer, what up, bro? Everything good? Merci, Sengi. Good evening, Mr. Mashkizomba. Oh, there's a live tomorrow. Yay! You like that? Thanks a lot. Thank you. MK Prod, what up, bro? I got your last email. I'll check it out. I'll check out those beats. C'est ça même. Oh, you got your NSC. You ready for the album listening party? That's nice. Oh yeah. What up, DJ Gellas? How are you, my brother? I hope you're fine. Hola, Cecilia. Are your subscriber count per month going up a lot higher since you started Club Shada? Yes, actually. I don't know if it's the quarantine or if it's Club Shada or if it's both, but I normally have around 1,200 new subscribers every month, and I'm over 2,000 these days, so I'm not gonna complain, huh? Misty Lil Maro finally completed the mission. Damn it! Welcome, brother. It's time to have a party. So before we start with the listening party of this project, not a lot of people, I mean, some people know this project because it came out at a certain time between my two albums. When I was, I wouldn't say I was done as a solo artist, but I was just tired of the game. And then I came back in the game with this project. And I learned a lot I tried a lot of things musically there, which is why my third album sounded different from the first and second. And actually all my albums sound different from each other because every time I learn some tricks, I test stuff and some stuff worked. So when stuff worked, I multiply them by 2, 3 in the next project. So that's what happened in that album, Caribbean Soul. And before that, I want to talk to you about the streaming market. I want to do you an update because last time I did an update was like a month ago. And seeing my numbers, let's crunch some numbers. I was looking at my numbers. Let's see. That's the Spotify numbers, so it's not all my numbers, but it is a good chunk of I also have the Apple Music numbers, the Deezer numbers, the Tidal, etc. But it is something that can show you more or less how it is in the other platforms too. So where's Chrome? There it is. So as you can see, I'm going back to 800,000 streams. So when the quarantine was happening, I was at 700,000 streams, and everything is going up now. All streams are going up, and like I said, believe that everything went down because people were not commuting and not listening to music in their cars or in the subway, on the bus, and also because a lot of bars were closed and a lot of playlists stopped playing music. And since the world is starting to open up and we're going to the new normal, my streams went up 100,000, and I believe that I will be back to speed to 900,000 and going back to my way to touch the million. Anytime soon, because it keeps going up every day. Like you see, last Friday I was at 30,000 streams. The Friday after I was at 32. Last Friday I was 33, and we'll see what happens in the next. In terms of songs, the song of last year, of last week, has been doing great. Keep on rising. Amapiano is already at almost 12,000 streams. So keep it streaming. And the song that I have released yesterday that you heard at the intro, Are You Gonna Tell Me? Collaboration with Malcolm Beats, is now already at 3,000 stream, and it just came out. So that is beautiful. Thanks to you guys. And yeah, I guess it's great. So, business is going as always. What's going on in the world? People are protesting, people are angry, and I understand them. But I really hope that all these protests don't reactivate the virus and then force all the governments to put us back in quarantine, because that would be horrible. Horrible for the economy is going to be impacted hard, but if everybody has to go back for a month or whatever, I think a lot of companies will not be able to return from that. A lot of restaurants are about to close. A lot of companies are about to terminate, and it is not the moment to. And it's a hard choice, because people have to choose between their safety and their anger and but at the same time, like I told my wife before she went to the walk, the peaceful protest in Lisbon, I said, listen, be super careful, be extra careful, because there's a virus out there. And Portugal hasn't been touched like the rest of Europe. We had like 10% of the cases and 10% of the death. But there's still no cure. There's still no vaccine. There's still no treatment that could, like, if you had a treatment and you just stay in bed, and then after that you go back up, it's different than if all of a sudden all these people who are not respecting the social distancing and all those measures because they are angry. It would be horrible if they had a double sword and after all the traumatic events, now a bunch of them end up in hospitals. That would be horrible. So yeah, people, be careful out there. It's a new world. Hopefully one day somebody will find a way to make this not dangerous, but it takes time. You have to understand that curing those things, it's a lot of trials and errors. It's a lot of developing something like you have to find, and then the vaccine, it takes 18 months. Anyway, it takes 18 months. So that shit started in January. We are at month number 6. So we still have another 2 times the distance to go until test and etc. etc. Of course, the whole world is fighting quick, but just in every action that you do, don't forget the situation where the world is. I'm asking you. Olá, Tina. Tudo bem? Marie Gabon. Je connais une Marie au Gabon. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is fine. I want to see everybody put a like on this video right now, and tell me in the comments if you are fine and if you are ready for the listening party of this album that is called CaribbeanSoul. That's why yesterday the stock market crashed so hard here in the US. Fears of a second wave, I understand for that. Yeah. Listen, for real. Actually, I lost $1,000 on the stock market yesterday. So I know what you're talking about, like. And but hey, it is what it is. It goes up and down. When it goes down, you invest more. Actually, I lost a good opportunity to invest, like when all the cars and the planes and the trucks, everybody was like, all those cities were stuck. All the oil companies, like their shares went from, like the private ones, the shares went from 12 to like 50 cents, 30 cents. So if you just put like 30, like put 100,000 there. If you put 1,000 there, and yesterday or 2 days ago, all these shares went from 30 cents to like $3. So like if you have put like 1,000, you had like between 6 and 10. But hey, if there's a second wave, I know what I'm gonna do. And there's no guarantee a vaccine will work at all. Listen, until the scientists do something, thank you, Mike Kizomba. Until those guys find something, yeah, we have no guarantee of nothing. You ready for the listening party? Alright. A Rambo Clover boy with the words behind the scenes. My people. Okay, let's go. So this album, you have to understand what was the context. When that album, it's not a solo album. It's a project, a compilation that I did, and I invited a lot of the people that I had actually after that signed to my label, or some that I kept working with, or some that I was around. So that was the crew of the time. And a lot of those people, I discovered them for that project. And this is the project that launched a lot of their careers, because of a lot of those people, it was their first release anywhere. And that was also my first project after the failure of the album Worldwide Chico that we listened to last week. And it's a project that so at that moment I think I live in Brussels, or I'm going back and forth between Brussels and Paris. I just met the mother of my son, who's not born yet. We are in 2001, and a lot of people were telling me at that time yo, so what are we doing? What's next? Yo. And I was like, why are you asking me? Because you're the leader. I was like, no, I'm, I'm the leader of nobody. And everybody's like, no, listen, bro, like, you know what to do. You have the vision. Let's go. And me, at that time, I didn't have like the shoulders, and I was scared to lead people because I would have been scared to lead them to a place that would fail. And mind you, I just had an album that failed. So myself, how you say that? My self thingy was off. So at that moment, I'm not sure, and I don't trust my ability to not only create projects for me that will work in the market, but even less projects for other people. And I don't know how. I think so. The one day I met a legendary producer of Zouk called Ronald Robinel, and we were talking. I met him in '96 when I recorded for the album of Jean-Michel Rotin, where I put a rap on his tracks, and so we would meet from time to time. But now I have my first album that was crazy, and that so I meet him all the time in the West Indies when I go, and but now it's been 98, 99, 2000. It's been 3 years since I'm Ready came out, and 2 years since Worldwide Chico came out, and I'm still hurt about the whole thing and I'm still with my label, and I'm at that moment I'm telling the guys at my label, listen, you have so they're building, they had the whole building. Hey Leah, how are you? So they had a whole building with 3 floors. First floor was the street level. Then you had the first floor where they had their office, and then there was a 3rd floor that was empty. And I was telling them, listen, you should do me a label. I can do like Puff Daddy, like Bad Boy Records. I could have a label called Sushi Raw or Organized Bambino or whatever, and you guys take care of selling the music, and I take care of bringing artists and making projects, and it will not cost you a lot of money because I can do all the beats myself, and all I need is a computer, a microphone, and stuff to have a home studio. And then we create projects here, and then you guys make money and you give me something. And they start laughing. You think he's Puff Daddy now? He has one album that works, and he believes that now he can run a label. They start laughing. So I look at them and I'm like, okay. Frustration because those guys don't believe in me. But I show them that I'm able to do an album because I sold 100,000 copies of I'm Ready. And even if Worldwide Chico it didn't work, it doesn't mean that I cannot do other projects because I have a lot of ideas. But they have the money, I got the brains. So I tell them, they start laughing like, forget that. Don't think of yourself too high, bro. Or keto. So I'm like, okay, so you don't want to do it. They're like, nah, we got other things to do. We have other projects to do, and we're not going to spend our money on another project of yours. So like, okay, so do you give me the authorization to do it with somebody else? And they say, yeah, go do your thing. Hi, Jeffrey, how are you? So that's when going on tour. I go on tour in the West Indies. So I used to go in the West Indies, like in Martinique, Guadeloupe, like for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So at that time, one day I meet with Ronald Robinel. And he's like, yo, so when are you coming to my studio? I loved your album. You have some good stuff. We should do stuff together. And I'm like, yeah. So what do you have in mind? He's like, hey, listen, whatever. I got a studio. Do you have beats? Yeah, I do my beats. Okay. Do you know some artists or you want to do a project? Like, I say, oh, listen, I actually want to do I was thinking of doing a compilation of, I want to have my own style. Like, I don't like the fact that people say Zouk R&B, but I would love to have something that is a little more inclusive and like Caribbean soul could be a style with, a lot of the Caribbean with soul music. I like this idea. And he was like, oh, listen, when you come back to Paris, I'm here till for a month. When you go back to Paris, prepare your stuff and come to my studio and let's talk about it. Let's listen to some stuff. So after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't remember, I go back to Paris and I go to Latitude 101. That was his studio in Paris. And so we meet and we start talking about the project. And he tells me, hey, listen, I have a studio, I have an engineer, and you do your production, you do your thing. You bring whoever you want, you do your project. The goal is to spend the least amount of money possible, and then I will go and sell it to a label. Any label, I'll find something, and we split 50-50. I was like, wow. So my own label didn't believe in me, but this dude believes in me. So I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it. So at that moment, I'm starting to be homies with guys like ABG. ABG, actually, I met them through an ex-girlfriend. She was the cousin of one of them. And she was telling me, my cousins, they do beats on the PlayStation. I was like, beats on the PlayStation? Yeah, they would love to meet you. I said, what you mean they do beats on the PlayStation? Yeah. They have a PlayStation and they do beats with the PlayStation on. I don't know what program. I'm like, what the hell? I want to meet this guy. So that's how I met them, and I heard the PlayStation beats and I was like, yo, I just need to change like a few of the sound, but there's some nice stuff here. Anofela, Top One, I knew him from the label. Anofela, I knew him from, I don't even remember how I met Anofela, but I met Anofela and Tia in Sony because they were both signed to Sony Publishing. That's how I met them. Who else is in this album? I'm here talking about it. I didn't even prepare the album. So Linsha, I knew Linsha since '96. Actually, she did a lot of background vocals for me in my first album and my second album. Narcisse is the dancer from Ludo at that moment. El Pidio, I knew him from, we were in the same publishing at Sony. Quiet Storm, those are my cousins. One of them is my cousin, Ladisa, and Shansi, that you heard in a lot of my tracks. He lives here in Portugal too, by the way. And more people that I'm talking to you while we discover that album. So I talked to everybody. I was like, okay, you guys want me to be the leader and stuff. So listen, I got this idea of a project. I don't know how it's gonna be, but I got beats. I'm gonna do beats for everybody. I'm gonna do all the beats, and you guys gonna sing. And for those who don't have lyrics, I can write for you. And for those who write your own lyrics, we're gonna do it. And I also learned a lot in these 2 years from the failures of Worldwide Chico. So I know that, people love the samples. People love to hear tracks that they heard before transformed in the way I do it. I do them. So on this project, I'm not scared to do them. So without further ado, let's go and listen to this project called Caribbean Soul, Volume 1. Executive producer, Kaysha. Producer of all the beats, Kaysha. Co-writer, Kaysha. And Boa noite. Bell and beat. What it do? At that time, you were so organized, bro. I had vision from a long, long time. I would love to have Linsha on here for live. That's a very good idea. Let me send her a message right away and tell her that. Yeah. Je t'invite dans mon live when you want. XOXO. Kaysha's midnight messages. So, see, AJ, it's on. She will say yes, of course, and then we can have a great conversation. So, that first, well, I don't know. We would have to do it earlier because she's not a night owl. This one, 11 p.m. she's asleep. So, and in Paris it's 1 a.m. already. So, we'd have to do it like maybe at 8 p.m. Anyway, we'll see, or maybe in the afternoon. Who knows? Yeah, that's a great suggestion. So let's go. Let's listen to this track. The first track of this album. So this is Caribbean Soul Volume 1, Music is Life. So the first track of this album is actually a track that I should have done in my second album. And it's called Play It Again. And it features another sample from Kassav. So maybe I wouldn't have put it in that album. I would have sampled something else because one track of Kassav in each album would have been like a little far-fetched. But again, I asked Uncle Jacob, yo, listen, I would love you to be on this project I'm doing. And I would love to also have the authorization to sample another track of you. And of course, I'll give you 50% of the copyrights, and you keep the composition right. And because I write my raps, I take my percentage. If you want everything, you can have everything as you wish. And he was like, no problem, son. You know, I got you. What do you need? So I would love to use that song. And he was like, yeah, of course, go ahead. And I was like, but I also would love you to come in the studio and sing and say Onui with your vocal, like. And he was like, yeah, no problem. Just tell me when, and I'll be there. I was like, wow. So this is Play It Again.
Rocking the place, here the barrier, here for the music, mystic dynamic, singing like a prayer for the masses, fantastic, rap tactics, music elastic, some call it platinum, some say plastic, Bambino, call me a Nino, roll like a sushi, bathing Camino. Shake your money maker, shake your money maker, shake your money maker, shake your money maker. I got Bonzoukla, beats for the kitchen, if you ready, got stuff for the kitten, lose your ride to the rhythm of a night, if you down for the music, girl shake it daisy, do what I like and I do it again, as long as my peeps say kick it again. Like it or not, I'ma say it again, I'ma slap it again, I'ma play it again. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling, do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling, do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling, do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. I've been there, well, I deep shit, lots of wow, hot night. Well, girl got the man, hanging to the bands, slamming to the ends. What the hell you gonna do? We coming through. Get down to the funky format. Jump, a little higher. Jump, a little higher. Jump, a little higher. Jump, a little higher. I'ma jump, mama comme ça. Mama dance, mama comme ça. To the kicks, bounce to the beat all night. To the break of dawn, 'cause I do what I like and I do it again. As long as my peeps say kick it again. Like it or not, I'ma say it again. I'ma slap it again. I'ma play it again. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. the blow. Way to get more, more, more. If you on the low, ain't no pro. If you a hoe, ain't no pro. If you gay, ain't no pro. If you ugly, ain't no pro. Just shake your money maker, shake your money maker, shake your money maker, shake your money maker. I'm coming from the lands of the Kilimanjaro, Japan, Haiti, West Indies, and Borneo. I spend my days and my nights in the matrix. The rest of the life in my own flicks. I do what I like and I do it again. As long as people say kick it again. Like it or not, I'ma say it again. I'ma slap it again. I'ma play it again. So
Do you want me to play it again?
jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling.
Do you want me to play it again?
Jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Just play it again. Moving on your left, moving on your left, moving on your left, moving on your left, moving to the right, moving to the right, moving to the right, moving to the right. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Jump to the ceiling. Do you want me to play it again? Just go to that.
Mi Kaysha, petite à petite à petite à petite, à même mouna, qui regarde l'autre côté l'homme là, qui vient aller pour jouer la même musique là, génération permanente. Mi comme ça, mi comme ça, mi comme ça, mi comme ça.
I forgot that part. I forgot that hand that like I forgot that it ended like like that explosion was not mixed well. It was too loud. So that's an amazing song, and in the end, Jacob is saying the same people who we were taken from this land, and our same people crossed the ocean to come to us and sing the same music, because we are the same people. And when he says Onwai, it is not a sample from his original song. It is actually him in the studio, and ask him to replay, to re-say those things. And listen, every time I ask Jacob for anything, he never says no. Never says no. So I'm very blessed that he actually let me use 2 songs of his repertoire and transform them into rap songs. So I'm very, very grateful, and I mean, I will never say thank you enough to Jacob. And actually, this was a great track for actually my shows, because these became part of my show. And so when I finished that track, it was actually one of the first track I finished. And so I was super excited when I finished mixing. So I take my CD to the record company, to my label. And I'm like, yo, I'm doing my compilation. Guys, you have no idea how crazy it is. And those 2 white boys are here, like, looking at me like, oh my God, like, this guy. And I'm like, yo, you want to listen to it? Like my first track? And they're like, okay, I guess we don't have a choice. Yeah, play your track. So I play them this track, and they they start jumping everywhere. And they're like, yo, this is a hit. This is a hit. This comes out on our label, right? Comes out. And I'm like, no, you guys said that you're not interested in my project and on my label, so no, this is coming out somewhere else. Oh no, you cannot do this. This has to come out. I say, hey guys, forget it. people. That was my song back in the days in Kinshasa. Site Mamabutu. Ah, nice. What up, Muna's Music? How is it doing in Mozambique? I think about the music with Nelson Freitas deeper. It's heavy stuff till this day. Yep, it is. We can understand that even through your old project that you had the genius touch. Thank you. So you like that song? It's a nice song. Jacob is such a staple in the culture. It's a blessing to have him still with us and well. Yep. Actually, I was thinking like, could I pull off having him come like for even 10 minutes here in the live to just talk? I have to send him a message and ask him. Well, I'll do it later. I'm gonna start sending message to everywhere. Master Electronic, hey Kaysha, where can I buy your shirt? Listen, ShadaWear.com. You know I only wear my stuff. It's not a shirt, actually. I know Dali asked this. Is it a shirt? No, it's not a shirt. It is. It's actually a light bomber, but it's very light. So it's not meant for the winter, but it's more for windy days. And yeah, like it's actually I designed everything by myself. I did everything myself. The whole design, I did everything on Photoshop, and then I released on my brand Shada Wear. I only have a fuchsia one for now, but I will also do a white one and a black one. I just have to take the time to do this. So the next song is called Mélanger, and it's a track with me and Linsha. So there's a song called, what is the name of the original song? So this one I did, it was not a sample, but it was not a cover either, but I redid a popular song from the West Indies. I don't even remember what is the name of the original. It doesn't come to my house, but it's from it's a friend of mine who did the original. So I just called him and I said, listen, I would love to replay your song. I'll give you 50% of the rights, and he was like, yeah, go ahead. So
3, 2, 1, come on.
Wait. Do you remember I told you a story about me asking a DJ why he's not playing my songs in the club, and he's always telling me that my music is great, but he's not playing my song? And he told me, yeah, you know, your beats are a little too complicated for the clubs, and if you had a track that played like this with the kick on the 4, it would be easier for me as a DJ to play it and for the people to dance, because people dance on the kick, on the bass, etc., etc. And when I was doing that beat, the original beat was a little more complicated, and then I simplified the rhythm to have more a zouk feeling, and that's how I ended up with this version. And this actually, when this came out, the number of shows I had multiplied by 2. Like I think it's my first track after my first album to become number 1, and to be number 1 on the French West Indies radio that we had, that was Media Tropical back then. And yeah, I remember after I did that track, my manager sent me a message, and she said, these are all your shows. And I had shows in Montreal, the US, New York, Miami, Africa, the West Indies, all the clubs in Paris. Like, everybody wanted me. And I was like, what's going on? Why all of a sudden I went from shows becoming spot here and there to having a full calendar for 3 months? And she was like, hey, when you do your job, I do my job. And that's when I was like, okay, I get it. There's a connection to everything. If you have hits, you have shows. Okay, I get it.
3, 2, 1, come on. You and me, baby. You and me, baby. You and me, baby. You and me, baby. Shake the booty booty on the dance floor. That's the duty duty. Let the body body feel my body body. Cause we like to party, lottie dotty dotty. All the peeps at the bar hypnotized by the intercourse we realize. And you and me there should visualize a fantasy never been serialized. Let's go fast to my spot. It's just the street around the block. No worries about the clock, baby. I'll take my time and introduce you to my block. Come on. As I talk to your ear, I introduce my tongue and it takes you to a cruise. Close my eyes and suddenly I view. All I wanna do is add you to my crew of sex crocodile, sex in your wide. I like it tiny or spread wide. You and I is like the solar system. So much position you can never list them. On our way to the exit, maybe should I get some plastic? Oh yeah, cause nowadays sex are mystics. Never forget your prophylactics. Come on.
Sherry Sherry was the name of my album back then. My label. I wanted to name my label Sherry Sherry Music. So the guitars on that, so I did the production, the beats. The original song is by Jean-Pierre Zabulon. I'm trying to remember the name of the original song. Let me see, Jean-Pierre Zabulon. I have no idea what is the name of the original song. I don't remember. I don't think it's Mélanger. But I know it's Jean-Pierre Zabulon who did the song, but maybe not on his name. But the chorus of the original song says this: Yo, envie mélanger koyo. It's the same thing. We just did an R&B version of that, but I have no idea what is the name of the original song. I don't remember. Sadly, I wanted to have you listen to a bit of it, but I mean. So I did the production. The guitars is Thierry Delaney, who actually did a lot of guitars on a lot of my tracks. He also produced tracks for Fanny G, or Mon Soleil by Princess Lover is the same guy. The guitars on Dit Quoi is the same guy. And at that time, he's actually one of the best guitar player of the West Indies in Paris. And what else? What else? And the vocal chorus is Lincha. So yeah, loving the way back then you were a sex machine, bro. When I listen to my lyrics, I'm like, yo, I'm talking about meeting people in the club and having sex and whatever. Like, hey, listen, I was in my 20s. That's what you do in your 20s, I get. Crecí escuchando esta música. Wow, lovely, lovely, lovely. You have done some shows in Gabon to my brother. My brothers tell me that you was in the club there back in the days. Indeed. Oh, yeah. Gabon? Listen, I have a story about Gabon. I'm waiting for Will to come back and we can talk about the Gabon story. That was something. Yeah. Thanks. I think this is when I invented it's more or less at that time that I'm inventing the Candy Zouk sound. People were always calling it Zouk R&B. I was like, no, that's not Zouk. That's not Zouk R&B. And like, what it is then? I was like, okay, Candy Zouk. That's the name. And that was Genio. Welcome to the family. Yeah, the bass was like, yeah. And you know, at that moment, I was understanding that I was starting to also create music, thinking about the people dancing in the club. And that's why I wanted to do those break with the bass, because I knew that's the moment where on the dance floor, on the Zouk moment that you know, yeah. You and me are like the solar system, so much position you can never list them. Yo. It's crazy to say we grew up to your music, like literally. Wow, that's amazing. Johan, welcome to the family. Yeah, listen, it is amazing to me to realize that people grew up to my music. And yeah, that song is like, it came out in 2001, so that's 19 years ago. So yeah, it's a lot of people who are in their 30s now. I was like, yeah, they were 10 years old, and even those who were 20 years old. Yeah, it's part of that thing. And that's why, like, you know, I understand when people tell me, oh, you know, I like the old Kaysha. I say, no, you don't like the old Kaysha. You like the memories that are associated with my old music, because at that time you were creating yourself. And this is why those music are part of growing up. C'est qui téléphone? I'm telling you. I'm from Gabon. J'attends la série. Yeah! Tout ce que je me rappelle, c'est qu'il y avait une borgne. Listen, I will talk about it with Will. When Will comes back, I will ask him. I will ask him to come for the next one. So today is Friday. So my wife comes back Monday, I think, or Sunday. Maybe Sunday night. I'll see. Like, I've been working. I work well, so I probably will have the time. I am Gabonese 100%. Tell the story. Maybe I've heard what you seem to start to say. I'm innocent. I have nothing to say. So the next song is a song by a group called Malone. So these are two guys who grew up in the church. They are actually the cousins of Tia, and actually Pierrot Battery, who's one of the best singers I know. He's actually one of, at that moment when we're working on those songs, and I'm writing the lyrics for them. I'm helping them write the lyrics. I'm giving them the melodies and stuff. He's like, hey, bro, you should sing. And I'm like, hell no. But he's like, hey, no, you should sing. I said, listen, I will never sing it like you guys. So leave me in my production and my raps. And he's like, bro, you should sing. And it's actually the first person I made I introduced my singing to for approbation when I actually started singing. Hey, Team Shada, Mr. Shada, what's up? What's up, Moto Moto Music? How are you? Everybody, you should listen to the latest episode of the Moto Moto podcast. It was very, very cool. Thank you, Maro. The original song is Pare pour lever by Suskai. Okay, let me get this. I think I can play just a little bit. This is the original.
Hi, but I already told you I had to come back, and maybe we could put it for another day if you want. I don't know.
Hey. Yeah. Listen, that song is, to me, this is, yeah, that's like one of those songs that make me fall in love with Zouk. And yeah, I had to do and actually I've been thinking of a lot of these songs that I loved growing up, and I would love to give homage to some of these songs and do new versions.
3, 2.
Now listen to my version.
Come on, to my crew. Offset. That's it.
So what I did, I just did a sexier, and at that time, every Zouk song I was doing was at 88 BPM. So I did an 88 BPM version. I think the original is probably around 110, because back then Zouk was actually Zouk was more a speedy music like compa at that time. And then you started having like Zouk Love, which was the slow version of Zouk invented by Patrick Saint-Éloi. Andrea, hello. Pare pour lever by Suskai. Bro, this song, forget it. I have to do a list of songs. Like Lil Maro, listen. We have to do a list of songs that we danced to. We went to the club and danced seriously with girls, and we have to make some 2020 versions of those songs from the 90s. Hello, Emmanuel, comment ça va? Who is the real? Bro, forget it. Bro, this song is a pure vibe, bro. So this song, the next song is called I'm Sorry, and yeah, with Malone.
la vie, moi t'es gamin. Mais petit, mais parce qu'il y a rien qui blabla. Attends, mais boucle la main, hein? Bon bah ça va, hein? Alors, tu comprends bien, laisse au tête, tu comprends bien une boucle qui est une seule femme. Non, mais c'est bien comme ça, mais c'est pas comme ça, mon connaître, non. Non, nous qui ouais, moi qui testé là, bon. D'accord, moi ok, on va pas qu'un bruit. Bon ben, allez ça, mon cadeau à plus tard.
You make me say I'm sorry. You make me say I'm sorry. Tell me why. Everything I say, everything I do. This is just for you. This is just for you. You make me say I'm sorry. You make me say I'm sorry. Oh, everything I say, this is just for you. You make me say I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. So tell me why.
Love this song. So this song is like if R. Kelly did if R. Kelly of the R album, which back in the days it was like this was the monster of music at that time. It was like doing music for everyone, and he had those songs with those. It was just like a beat, bass, guitar, R&B guitar, and maybe a violin, and his like so. This song is very inspired by songs like "Don't Put Me Out," and the two girls that are talking are actually in that small part are some friends of mine that I met in '97 when I was living in Cayenne in French Guiana, and they were passing by to check me out in the studio, and I was like, "Up, I need you. Come say some stuff in Creole Guyanais." So and that's cool. And so Malone are two brothers, and they sing so well. Like Pierrot has they remind me of Casey and JoJo in terms of the vocals they have. Pierrot has a more and he has a more Casey voice, and his little brother has a more JoJo voice. And I had to do this blend of Zouk and R&B, pure blend of Zouk R&B. That's the spirit that I'm looking for when I say old Zouk music, like the finest one. Oh yeah, those songs have a completely different vibe. Tempo 106, that's for the next album. I took Tempo 106 in the next album. Can you do a remix of this song called The One by Lucky Dubé? I'll check it out. Random question, do you have more views when you do live in English or French? I have no idea, Isasha. I'll check it out. When I have a guest like Linsha on and we speak the whole time in French, we'll see if... But I mean, when I speak other languages, Portuguese or French, people that don't understand, they still stick because they know that after the conversation that I have with my guest, I will go back to English. Yeah, it's an ongoing debate. I never know what language to speak in my internets, because the people who listen to my music, they speak everything. So I just take English because it's like the international language of the winners of the wars. This song has that 90 R&B touch with the Kizomba blends. Yeah, thank you. I was already out there. I know this is off topic, but the way I absolutely love the song Kaysha did with Tia called Can You Say? Thanks a lot. Yeah, it's a nice song. The email connected to your PayPal, is it love@kaysha.com? No, it's kaysha@kaysha.com. But I think love@kaysha.com still works, but that's my old PayPal. It's still active somewhere, but I don't use it. It's kaysha@kaysha.com, my PayPal. Yeah, all vibes. Hey, Blooder, what up? Ça parlait justement créole ici. Yep, exactly. That's the Kel sound. Frère. Yes, I. C'est ça. Ah, merci, bro. Merci. So the next song is called Sexy Lady. It's with, so that's the, it's like one of the first track I work with Anofela, who you can hear after that. I will take him to work with me on my album, on the album of Les DS and all them. So this is probably one of my first collaboration with Anofela and a guy called Narcisse. And it's called Sexy Lady. And it's like Zouk, but with sample techniques that we had in hip hop. So back then, me and Lil Maro, actually, we were always in the studio together at Sony Music because we were signed there since '98, and we were always there listening to those beats. So, Maro, let's see if you remember that beat.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Yeah. I know fella. One time. Samedi soir, mon énergie au cœur de Paris. J'avale un toit quand Paris parmi une jet set en furie. Y'a un maximum de sexy chérie qui frise l'hystérie. Et moi, fallait pépère dans un canapé couleur canari. J'observe une sensuelle go dans un sexy body. Des formes arrondies sur lesquelles tu sais ce qu'on dit. Elle c'est sexy Donny, Black Barbie, Black Sissi. La meuf du poste testeuse pour bikini. Si. Et moi c'est Black Novel, bodyguard la demoiselle. Garde la fille sans sexuelle, pensée de manière officielle. Elle et moi c'est du sans amour, Bonnie and Clyde. J'ai comme consigne que quelconque Roméo s'approche trop de la go. Veilleur de nuit sur sexy Donny jusqu'à minuit. Pas plus, ouais, le boss l'a dit. Ah, si le boss l'a dit. Cela dit, j'aimerais des qui s'encaissent, qui t'affondent la Miss Party, mais pas l'envie de me faire kill pour la sexy lady.
Sexy lady, sexy baby, come and love me till the break of dawn. We can rock on, sexy baby, just you and me, on and on and on. Sexy lady, sexy baby, come and love me till the break of dawn. We can rock on, sexy baby, just you and me, on and on and on.
Ma précédente posture, prête à confusion, semblant d'inaction, mais quand même attentif, dressé, visuel, érection. Désolé, je reprends du camp Paris, y'a une Coca-Cola pénurie, tandis qu'une dame se dandine sur un dub remix de Lee Perry. Elle est grande, bonne, belle bombe, sexy et pas fausse blonde. 500 silicone et micro-jupe qui sur son tombe. Fine lingerie sur son corps, dessinée laisse deviner l'envie qu'a la girl de se faire taquiner. J'approche la Monroe Marilyn, là c'est mort. Lui propose l'apéro suivi d'une sacrée nuit sex machine. C'est juste un jeu, je serais puff. Et toi faire Jenny, c'est toi sur moi et moi sur toi. Tu peux le faire Jenny. Veux-tu connaître Black Anofel? Veux-tu venir chez moi chanter sur mon Black Label? C'est que je suis maître du 7ème ciel, du sofa au Sofitel. Alors prépare-toi pour un sexy lady.
Sexy lady, sexy baby, come and love me till the break of dawn. We can rock on, sexy baby, just you and me, on and on and on. Sexy lady, sexy baby, come and love me till the break of dawn. We can rock on, sexy baby, just you and me, on and on and on. Sexy lady, sexy baby, come and love me till the break of dawn. We can rock on, sexy baby, just you and me, on and on and on.
Get, fuck you, bitch. Bref, soyons sérieux, jusqu'à minuit, je suis toujours garde du corps. Veille sur sexy Donny, après l'effort, je mettrai du réconfort. Surtout que la nuit s'annonce blanche. Avec...
So this song is Anofela in the raps, and me at the beats, in the beats. Like all the rest of those songs, I did that beat. I wrote the chorus, but the person who's singing the chorus was actually Tia. And you were talking about Tia just now, Motomoto. And so, yeah, that's Tia. And actually, back then, she was super young. I don't remember, but that was like the first time I met her. She was a great singer. She used to live in a city in France called Amiens. And her and Anofela were from the same city, actually. And they came to Paris to record that song. And I don't remember. I think I invited him, and he was like, "Oh, you know, I got my friend. She sings too." So I was like, "Yeah, bring her." And that's how we did this song. And after that, I proposed to her to also do a song by herself on that project too. Remember that beat? I don't feel I used to make mean Coupé de Canevai back then. Yeah, no, listen. I actually wanted to do a Afro Ondikwa style with some Afro Zouk album for Anofela, but he really wanted to be a hip hop artist. He really like his thing was hip hop. He didn't mind doing some coupé décalé and some atalaku on my music and on my projects to be invited and stuff. But he really wanted to do a hip hop album. So we didn't like, I mean, I was not interested in doing a signing hip hop artist because I believe that the people that and the places that I had power was more Afro-Caribbean music. So he ended up working with a few different labels, and yeah, I mean, he did some singles, but he never released like an album. But he has some singles. You can check it out in online. Hey Nadia, how are you? How's everybody? How's everything? He's rapping like the OG Passy, good vibes. Yeah, true. I should invite Passy too. This launched Tia. Then she went on to sing with Alan Cave, Dan Jr. And now she got a whole TV show. You revealed a lot of people. Indeed. Actually, that's the first track of Tia that she released. The second track she released is also in this project. The third track she released was actually in my song Kaysha, where she was in the video and she was doing the chorus. And the fourth track she released was Coupé Décalé, that I also produced and co-wrote with her and Anofela in Top One. And then I produced her whole first album. So that is also somebody I could invite. So the next song, I took a sample from Ludo. And Ludo had this song that, again, I forgot the name, but he had that, like, it's one of his most famous songs. Let me see, what is the song? Ludo. He has his song called Sensuel. So I don't know if you remember that song? So as pirates, rappers that we are, I asked Ludo, of course, can I use that track? And he was like, yeah, of course, go ahead, do your thing. So I did a sample of that track. I called Narcisse, who is one of his dancers, and those two guys that were the cousins of one of my ex, and their group is ABG. So at that time, I had an eye on them already. I was like, hey, listen, I don't have a label yet, but if I have a label one day, you guys just get ready and work on your music for a few more years, because when I'm there, I'll come pick you up. So, I should call Ludo too and talk with him. So this is a song called Shake Your Body. The lyrics are nasty.
Freaking Sally, crocodile sexy, baby, you know me. I can't stop, sitting on the top of the wall, make a jump like a jam on a basketball. I wanna see my crew, 100 chills with me. I wanna see the gangsta bitches move their body, relax it, put your hands in the air like this and say, I don't care, I don't care. I'm still MIB, VIP, you know me, baby, call me Big Daddy. Come around here like you, like an animal. People jump, I'm incredible. We do it one for the money, two for the beach, three for the jazz, and two being rich. Honey, come on the side, stay back on the floor, we gonna ride, yo.
It's when you shake your body, move your body, move your body. What I like, it's when you shake your body, move your body, move
I love you sans moi. Bébé, ok, vini fou.
Ouais, écoutez ABG avec nous rassurer. Ouais, pas flipper bébé, c'est nous cassirer.
Sexy, frotti, frotta.
Wow, sexy, on nous aller frotter.
Ils nous en mettent là, c'est cher là. L'argent là en poche, la rapproche, au petit boin des caleçons là.
Moi aimer ça, là où qu'a tiré du string là.
Ou aimer ça,
Là où qu'a touché la bête là.
Testa,
Rosa,
Villa,
moi aimer ça.
Bobo,
Nico, nous là pour
Bazot, ça, harmonie,
sensuel,
sexuelle,
femelle,
Sketel,
extrême, nous là pour bazot sexe.
sexe.
Ouais bébé,
ABG,
ok.
It's when you shake your body, move your body, move your body. What I like, yeah. It's when you shake your body, move your body, move your body. Cage that I done, that I spit fire. Chicks wanna lick my, suck my, hit my, swallow my. What I like.
Did you hear that? Wait. Kaysha.
Cage that I done, that I spit fire. Chicks wanna lick my, suck my, hit my, swallow my.
Cage that I done that I spit fire. Chicks wanna lick my, suck my, hit my, swallow. Who's this guy?
Your body. Cage that I done, that I spit fire. Chicks wanna lick my, suck my, hit my, swallow my. What I like on me. Big booties, big titties, Chinese that scream cause I'm nasty. I'm doing my thing, homie. Vamos a la playa with so much chicks. You ask who's the real player. I'm not yo, typical Sembo. Documentos, querido, de la Puerta del Sol el segundo. Black and I got some big balls. Do you feel the best on me? A fucking cowboy, fucking celebrity. You not in some boy. She likes me, boy. She wants me, boy. Leave your shorty, boy. Don't you know that we know how to make it dance? Hasta luego. So all my chicks, raise your hand and wave to the middle. What I like, yeah. It's when you shake your body, move your body, move your body. What I like, yeah. It's when you shake your body, move your body, move your body.
Damn. We was like some Wu-Tang rap crew back then. So production by me. On the rap you have ABG, Bobo and Nico. On the rap you have Narcisse and you have me. And on the chorus you have one of the best chorus ever in the West Indies, Claudine Penon. And you also have the voice in there of one legend of Zouk called Tony Chasseur. He's actually the one who did all the harmonies and stuff, and yeah, it was both of them in the chorus. So yeah, we did that. This was like super hip hop. Swag for days, bro. Swag for days. Thanks, Nadia. Thanks. Comment c'était à l'époque, la danse assurée en boîte. Merci. Ah, grave. Bro, c'était grave. Terrible. Yeah, one day she listened, she would be like, yo, dad. I was like, yeah. Hey. You need to bring back those old demons. Yeah. Actually, yeah, listen, those rap songs, that's easy for me. You were brave in these days. What up, yeah, I was brave as fuck. What up, Malcolm Beast? Congratulations on the new hit. Yeah. So the next song is a song called Endless. It's a song of Linsha that I produced. And it's actually... I love this song. It's actually a song that when we did it was a very emotional moment, and it's a beautiful song. Actually, at that time, I really wanted to. After that project, I really wanted to do an album with Linsha, but then I introduced her to Passy, and then from that she had a proposition to work with Warner Music and to do a R&B album. So I was like, yo, of course, go ahead, do it. So that's how we didn't do the album, and I end up working with Sumia. I was about to work with Sumia because she was there when I was recording that album, but I wanted to first do an album with Linsha and then do an album with Sumia, and then Linsha went to work with a major company. So I was like, okay, let's now work on the Sumia project. Heavy content. Super naughty hip hop for real. That's a lot of listen. This is a lot of dirty shit. Hey, what up, Stormzy? Comment ça va? I need to make these type of track back. Too old for that. Damn, I realized that you were mastermind because you are behind most dope Zouk song and being a great artist. That was a beat from 2000. Oh, listen, and we're not done. We're not done listening to a lot of the things I did that maybe you don't realize. So listen, this song is called Endless.
Les yeux plongés dans le noir, cherchant à me sortir de ce brouillard. Sans prise avec la réalité, je puise au fond de mon cœur pour me relever. Je voudrais tout recommencer, oublier, mettre de côté le passé, avancer, jamais me retourner et reconstruire à nouveau le bonheur que j'ai mérité. Si tu m'avais vraiment chéri, vraiment aimé, aujourd'hui tu saurais me pardonner. Regarde au fond de mon cœur, oh regarde mes pleurs, entends ta voix qui se meurt. the time. Goodbye. Give me a never, 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 never say goodbye. Why I love you all the time. Baby, don't say goodbye. Give me another try.
You guys don't even know. So I wrote the English part, I think, and she wrote everything else. And that song, like, it's different from you guys, because when you guys listen to a song, you think about where you were, who you were with, what you were feeling at that moment. And this is why, like, songs from when you are like 15 till your 20s, those songs, like, they're engraved in your heart because they link to your memories. For us, they are linked to who we were and what we were going through at that moment. And like, a lot of things were happening at that time. A lot of discovering of us, of the music industry, a lot of frustration, a lot of disappointment about all that, all what the music industry is. And she killed that song. Like, it's been a long time since I heard that song, but like, I remember that when I heard the song the first time, like, I was there when she was recording, but when we were done recording and mixing, and I was listening to the song, and I was looking at her, and I was like, wow, like, you are really my voice. You are like, you know how to make those things that we feel come out musically. And yeah, we would be working together since '96. So imagine that. We would, like, I finally did her Zouk album, but that was like back in like maybe 5-6 years ago or something like that. We finally did a Zouk album. But yeah. Thanks for that, brother. Loving the vibe. May your blessing multiply, brother. Thank you so much. Avec quel matos tu as produit les sons de cet album? Hardware or soft? Oh, hardware. This was completely done like MIDI. Is it Atari ST? Was in Mac already. I don't remember. All the sounds come from the JV 2080. And everything that is rhythms, samples come from the S950. At that time, I had a S950 or S5000, I think. I'm not sure if I had the S950 or the S5000 already, but I had both. So all my drum kits were done on the S950, sampled on the S950, and then used on the S5000 and S950. Everything that was percussion was done on a Trinity rack, the TR rack, and all the rest of the pianos, bass line stuff, that's done on the JV 2080 by Roland. Those. Je me vois zouker avec une femme inconnue avec cette chanson dans une plage. C'est doué. Master électronique. Faut le voir quand il y a des invités femmes, mon cher. Linsha sings great. I wonder where she's now. She's in Paris. She's fine. She's actually released a new single not so long ago. Actually, don't you remember that I have I have a song with Linsha. Where is this song? What's the name of this song? Upside Down. Upside Down. Kaysha and Linsha. Listen, this is Upside Down. Kaysha and Linsha. A remix by Lil Maro.
The sightseeing of your body under the moonlight when we make it.
C'est le fond pour sous la tête. On tempête. On va que l'on chalet, on vous envahit tout comme moi. Ni doute, sauf que c'est.
Linsha is here. Actually, Linsha sent me a message last week and she was telling me, yo, make me sing like you sing all these girls, Jassy and all those girls. Like, I want to play too. So I was like, okay. I'll get you some beats. So I will probably produce a few Lincha singles in the coming month. And Maro, some of those tracks must be ready. I could not agree more. Her voice caresses you and gives you goosebumps at the same time. She has started doing YouTube vlogs, and I love her the personality I saw, but she stopped. Yeah, vlogging is hard, eh? People see me doing all those things and they want to do, and then they're like, yo. Then they call me like, yo. Like, yeah. She's doing a lot of lives on her Instagram. You guys should follow her on Instagram and tell her that you came from here. No, those was like real synth at that time. Yeah, I had a laptop mic. Maro is my memory on the studio. He remembers all these things because he was there all this time. Mike, tu as vraiment raté des bonnes choses. Tu as raté Play It Again, Mélanger, I'm Sorry, Sexy Lady, Shake Your Body, and now it's Endless. But hey, you can watch the replay anytime. The next song is called Be Your Love. What happened with Les DS? What happens with all the girls group? Everybody came, and yeah, Lila is still working. She's still doing a solo career. Coco now is married. She has 2 children, and she lives a very happy life in the West Indies. Talked to her not so long ago. And Philippa she's an actress now. She actually has a movie on Netflix. Lincha is half Congolese, half Caribbean. I think I think she's 25%. I mean, her grandma has Congolese blood. That's what she revealed on her last interview. So she's part of us. So this song is from a friend of mine, a good brother called Elpidio, and I invited him to this project I produced.
Yeah. You know how I'm living, baby.
Oh, bro, did we work with Abyss? Of course, we were all in the same crew. Ask Lil Maro. Lil Maro did a lot of tracks for them.
Yeah. You know how I'm living, baby. Yeah. Just wanna live my life. No, baby. No compromise. That's the way we do. LPTO 2001, come on.
Tu savais déjà que je n'étais pas un homme pour toi. Ne me le reproche pas. Cette nuit, encore une fois, moi et mes potes on chill, on drive, roule des mécaniques du style. À fond dans le son, j'ai pas la place pour ça. Pourquoi pas nous contenter de ce qu'on a? Donne-moi la main et vivons l'instant présent. Je ne joue pas avec toi, moi. Il me faut juste du temps pour moi. Savoir si j'ai envie d'amour ou vivre ma vie. Pourquoi te faire souffrir? Je sais que je ne te mérite pas. Accepte-moi comme ça. Sinon, bye bye, baby. Tu comptes pour moi, oui, bien plus que tu ne le crois. Seulement voilà, pas au point de m'imposer ce choix.
Nice track. So I produced the track on the Elpidio on the lead, and on the background vocals you can recognize the voice of the lovely Lincha. And I wrote the chorus, of course. And yeah, that was. I don't even know if Elpidio actually did an album or just a few songs here and there, but he never did an album, sadly, because he really has a great talent. Did you ever work with the group at BCS? I told you I loved La Nuit. Listen, me and Maro, all the beats in that project, Kimberly Zook, this is us. Like the rhythms. I didn't compose the songs, but most of the rhythms in these albums, including La Nuit, are my beats or Maro's beats. Let me check it out. Let me check. I don't remember if I did that one. Don't you hear? Don't you hear my sound? Listen.
Hey.
That's my beat, bro. Moto, you still surprise me sometimes with your question. How don't you recognize my sound? Don't you hear that kick and that snare? Only me do it. So yeah, we work on that one too. Yep, Maro been there. He was there. That Kibalitu compilation was my favorite track back in the day. I suspect it was you, but I had no way to confirm. Oh yeah, bro. It's me and Maro everywhere. Like and then another guy did we did all the rhythms, and then the main producer did everything that is musical, guitars and stuff, like a bunch of other people, but all the rhythms, yeah, you can recognize the hand. So the next song is by my cousin. So my cousin Ladisa, who lives in Brussels, Belgium, and his partner back then, Chauncey, and they had a group called Quiet Storm. So I paid them the train to come record this song called Must Confess. And we actually used to tour in Belgium back in 96, even before, back in 92, 93, 94. We even opened for 112 in Dusseldorf, Germany, if I remember well. Somewhere in Germany. I remember that we opened for 112. We used to perform everywhere as them as an R&B group and me as a rapper, and we would do a lot of tracks together. We'd go all around Brussels, Holland, Belgium, Holland, Germany, and perform in these clubs together. So of course I had to invite them. Yes, it was me. Yeah, baby. Quite storm. I'm here to satisfy you. Listen.
Wanna love you, give you all that I have inside. Can't forget your heart has been messed up. Everybody needs to love someone. There's no point to run away from loving. Shorty highs than a lie. I must confess, I feel weak, you're not around. Night by night, your special light makes me feel all that I am. I must confess.
seat on table for two. Sentiment, that's all that I am. I'm alone, call my name, I'll be there. And tell your friend to go to hell.
Even if love deceived you, don't need to give up. I won't let you down. You just have to believe in me. I'll still be around. Oh, give it to me, babe. Can't forget your heart has been messed up. Everybody needs to love someone. There's no point to run away from loving. Wanna love. I must confess, I feel with you not around. You're my special light, your special light. You make me feel whole alive. Girl, I must confess, I go insane when you're not around. Through the night, your special light, special light makes me fall in love again.
Yeah. Sugar, can you feel me, baby? Cruising with the quiet storm. But the storm is over now. Cause I wanna love you. Today and tomorrow. I have faith in you.
Show me the way you love. I must confess, I feel with you not around. My night, your special light makes me feel all that I am. I must confess, I feel with you not around. Through the night, your special light makes me fall in love again. I must confess.
Dope song. I must confess was quite storm. Back then, like it was the time of Timberland, so there was a lot of like that was like everybody was doing that in R&B. So yeah, we also were doing our thing. What up, my brother? How are you? You feel the song? I like this. You did La Nuit. I mean, you thanks a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I did a part of that beat. Guys, I'm behind a lot of things that people don't know. That's the reason why I'm doing also some of these lives and doing these listening sessions, because with the amount of work that I did, there's a lot of tracks that people have no idea that I'm behind. A lot of them. A ton of them. But why you want to show off in every video? Because I had other things to do. I was traveling around the world performing. I love friends from Turkey. Hey, what up? I love Turkey. La Nuit is one of the most fire songs in the genre ever. It was a hit, but it was also underrated in many ways. Yeah, like there was a lot of problem with that album, yeah, at that time I was super busy, and that was not a project that came out under me, so I didn't have control on all the bad choices that they made. I just produced a few songs. Co-produced a few songs, and did the song with Karin Rituna. Listen, of course I got that. Of course I got that Jodeci feel. Those are heroes, and of course like Devante blew everybody up when they arrived with those songs. Like yo, come on, it's Jodeci, man. Of course, like actually, I really want to do a Kizomba version of Freaking You. But I don't know if I can do all those vocals, but I'll do my way. So the next song is a song called Still My Friend by an artist called Ruby Mike. That girl, she's actually Linsha's best friend. And until today, she's still and so that's 2001 till today. those girls, they grew up together, they're best friend forever. And yeah, she has such a, she's like, she's such a great singer, but somehow she's not interested with the spotlight. She prefers background vocals and a single here and there, but she never like yeah, I mean, she was more into singing in church and singing for other people, but I cannot speak for her, but she never, to me, did the career that she deserves, that her voice deserves. So, I mean, you know, everybody do their own choices and everybody have their own priorities. But damn, I would have loved to work more with that woman because she is amazing. Check her voice.
Oh, l'eau a coulé sous les ponts. Je suis vidée de toute émotion. Pourtant, je garde en moi l'espoir que tu sois toujours là. Pourquoi tout dramatiser? Pourquoi vouloir mon cœur brisé? Tu sais, je ne saisis pas. Oh non, non, non. Nous toujours dit que nous, que hay un péché vive nous. Et même s'il n'y l'orage, soleil qui est toujours l'élevé. Toutes ces ombres autour de toi en rajoutent un bon émoi. Tu sais, je ne te demande rien, pas même que tu redeviennes mien. Pourtant, préservons ce lien, celui qui toujours nous maintient. L'amitié est notre seul destin. Nous toujours dit que nous, que hay un péché vive nous. Et même si ni l'orage, soleil qui est toujours clair.
Production by me, writing me and her, everything in English I wrote, everything in French she wrote. Helped her a bit with some things, but I mean 50-50 writing. And the gospel part is Pierrot Battery from Malone, who came to give that church feeling. And yeah, that song has that R&B vibe, that Caribbean vibe, and at the same time the soul vibe, and also that gospel in the end, like. And yeah, like I said, I regret that I didn't do more tracks with her, because she's such an amazing singer. Last time we were together, it was I was doing a show with Linsha, and she was actually the one who was taking care of the business part with the promoters. It was last year, and I was like, yo, when are we working together again? It's been like 20 years. And she was like, yeah, just let me know whenever you want. I was like, yo, Maro, on doit aller chercher l'enfant et faire quelques chansons quand même. She deserves. She has a voice. Like, you have no idea the number of voices that I met in my life. Like, and I'm still meeting, like, but those girls, Ruby, Linsha, even guys like Pierrot, Tia, those girls are girls from the church. So they have different vocal capabilities, and it's not just a question of technique. They have a feeling in their voice, and those, like, they come from another school of singing. They come from the school of Arita, the school of Jodeci, the school of Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. Like, they come from that R&B, and they come from that singing. A lot of artists from today, their heroes are not like these type of singers. There's a lot of auto-tune. There's a lot of rap singing. There's a lot of the hits of today, and the heroes of today are not like singers with. And I'm not saying that they are not there. I'm saying that they are not popular like the artists that we grew up to. We grew up to Jodeci, I'll Be Sure, Erykah Badu, Aaliyah, T-Boz. Like, we grew up to those singers, and we looked up to those people. So the way we were writing our songs and trying to touch a little bit of their talent was that. And today's generation, they grew up to something else. Other artists that, listen, I mean, Drake is a king, and a lot of people look up to him, but then the singing is different, and I love what he does, but it's a different type of singing, and but I think R&B at that time was very church oriented. Give me a second. Hello? Sim. Precisa d'água? Ah, feliz noite, meu amor. Love you. Vou tentar te ligar. Vou te mandar uma mensagem quando acaba. Ok. Tchau. When the wife calls, you have to stop what you're doing. So I was saying, yeah, we grew up on 112, on Mary J, on the Wayans brothers. Like, it was just a different. The reason why our artists were popular at that time were different. And I'm not dismissing why people are popular today. It's just, it was different. It was like, it was more based on not only the hits, but also how you were singing, the way, like, and there's so many, like, you had so many voice, like from the 80s to the 2000s. It was crazy. Like, it was hard to become somebody because, like, there was so much talent that only the best of the best, like the Mariah Careys and the Celine Dion's, would arrive to the top. So, we just had a different set of things that were interested. Like, today it's more the trap and the gimmick and the TikTok. So the singing abilities is less relevant to most of the young fans, and which is why I can sing now on autotune. Thanks. You like the fusion? Great. Yeah, bro. Call her back. Listen, Mary J. Share My World? Forget it. Faith Evans. Forget it. Thanks. So 2 more songs to go. So Tony Chasseur was passing by, but when so Tony Chasseur is really a great, one of the great singer, and he had that song with Tatiana Miat, Les étoiles qui éclairaient nous. I don't think that's the name of the song, but that's what they say in the chorus. And yep. So he was here. I was like, yo, you want to do a song together? You want to be on my compilation? We're like, yeah, of course. And well, boom.
Je décide de vivre pour toi, de respirer pour toi. Faut ça s'apparaître pour moi, devine tout ça ou sans vous. Si vous loin moi, même en seul jour, vous savez moi qui fait plus effort. Quoi en moins passant moins que mort. Fais de moi l'objet de tes désirs, près de toi pour ton plaisir. Si j'ai encore une chance à saisir, montre-le-moi par un sourire. So come on and love me. Yeah. If you want it, you can have it, baby. So come on and love me.
Nice track. So this is a production by me, writing by Tony Chasseur. In the background vocals, you have Linsha, and in the guitars, you have the amazing Thierry Delaunay, who did the guitars of all the guitars that you hear in this project. So yeah, those. And yeah, as you can see, compa zouk melodies. Yeah, this was really like I was trying to do zouk melodies with a 2001 style production. So you really like doom 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 doom. Those are really like those zouk chords, and I really told Thierry, don't play R&B on that one. Play something more compa and more zouk, and because when I do albums, I always try to serve everybody. I always try to give a little bit to everybody, so that I like to be inclusive and not exclusive. Indeed. So this is the last track of the album. I hope you guys loved this listening party. I don't know if you guys knew about this project, Caribbean Soul. If you enjoyed, in the comments, go ahead and say, yeah, we did enjoy it. Donate, super chat, whatever's, you know how we do. This is the last track. You can just say yes in the comments if you enjoyed. The last track is a track by Tia, and it's a track called Mama Said. So it's a track that I produced. Again, guitars by Thierry Delaunay, and Pierrot Battery is also in the vocal arrangements with me. We did the vocal arrangement together, and I think at that time I was not yet trying to sign Tia, but after working with her on that track, I had my eye on her. I was like, when I get a label, I was like, at that time I could not. I didn't have any means to produce people, but I was already saying to myself, a lot of these people are gonna be, if one day I have a label, I'm gonna call a lot of these people, and I'm gonna stick around and continue producing beats for some of these people. And yeah, when I started Sushi Raw, most of the people that I worked with, we met in that studio, and we or they were already around me. So that's 2001. And Mama Said.
Regarde dans le vide, je me
And this is how we end the beautiful album called Caribbean Soul by Kaysha and friends. It was it was a beautiful project, and this was a start of me starting to work for other people and not just for me. And this was also part of my reconstruction as a in my self-esteem as a producer, as an artist. And Played Again and Mélanger were huge successes. Played Again on stage and Mélanger in the radios. So this also put me back in the ears of people, and it revived the need for a new album from me. And so this is a super important moment in my career. And not only I started, that was the first brick, the first stone to my vision of building the empire, and choosing the first soldiers. And at the same time, this was also me saying to myself, yeah, I can do this. I can, in my subconscious, because at that moment, I still don't want to do a solo album. I'm still disgusted by the industry, but I'm starting to see that I can do stuff by myself. And I don't need labels. I don't need people who don't understand and don't want to work with me. I just need somebody who has a studio and I can do a deal with. And because I do my beats, I can write the songs. I work with all the artists. I call people come. So I'm starting to think about it. And then I go back to Brussels at that time. And at that time, all I wanted to do was Angel City, so hip hop beats. And I was just producing hip hop tracks. And the only people who were listening to those tracks were Lil Maro and my ex, the mother of my son. And those two were my public, and that was enough for me. That was like, at that time, that's all I needed. And of course, I was still performing, not that much before that. So, but I was okay. And then after I did Mélanger, I started performing a lot. So people start seeing me, and people start asking me, "Yo, when is the new album? When's the new album?" And I was like, I'm pissed at you guys. But that's a very important album in my career. It is really the start of something, and it was important for me. It was important for me that you guys listen to this album, so you could understand everything I learned in that album, from coming from I'm Ready and Worldwide Chico to that album, and everything I was testing, because I was testing a lot of different things in there. I was testing tracks that could become Fiona. You could hear those sound that I was testing. Tracks like Mama Said, I was like, okay, it's not commercial, but it has the R&B, those guitars. I'm gonna use those guitars with something simpler. Tracks like Mélanger definitely showed me, okay, what works and what you can give to the people, that they will just make you money. And at the same time, I had other tracks like the one with Linsha, the one with Anofela, the one with Ruby, that and ABG, that made me decide, I'm gonna work with these artists. I don't know yet how, but I know that on the long term, I want to do these things, and those people are going to be there. So I remember telling everybody, listen, when you guys, let me not play something that is not mine. I remember telling after that project, listen guys, I cannot promise you anything. So if you have to do something, do it. But when I'm ready, those who are ready, I will call you guys. And I work with everybody again. So yeah, and a lot of those people I still work with them. Like I still work with Linsha, I still work with Lil Maro, I still work with. We have to do something with Ruby. I still work with who else? Jacob. I still talk with Jacob all the time. Quiet Storm. They're not together anymore, but that's my cousin, so we talk all the time. So yeah, it was a very important album in my in the construction of my business person, and the moment where I started understanding that art and business have to go together when you sell it, and you have to really blend everything and blend it in a way where you can respect art, and at the same time you have to also respect the business. And I started be loving the process, because all those beats were done like, probably I had a studio session with somebody and I was doing the beat in the morning. That's how I like to do. So yeah. What up, Mastermind? You lost a great moment, man. You have to watch the replay. We've been playing some crazy things. Passionate musician, it's real sign. It's sign real music. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot, ML. What up? What up, family? How are you? I knew Mélanger, but I didn't know that was a whole project. Been following long enough that I know there's too many singles to put out for me to know everything. And that's the good part. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, and it's really a reason why, I've been telling you about my frustration as an artist. You do an album and people only know the song that plays on the radio. And I'm a guy, I come from the era of when I buy an album, I need 2 weeks just to listen to this album, song by song, learn the lyrics, read who did what, who mixed. Like, I come from that era. So it's always been important to me, even the placement of the songs on the album. Everything has to be done in a way that is that makes sense. It's like, it's not one song, it's always a full project, because those are the emotion of the moment. Those are who I am at that time. And that's why also when people tell me, yo, give us old Kaysha song, I'm like, I'm 46, I'm not 26. There's 20 years that passed between those two Kayshas. I cannot give you that person, because I'm not that person anymore. When you are a single guy walking around the world and having a different thought process and trying to create something and try to fulfill the dream, you are completely not the same as a person who has 2 kids. One of these kids is almost the age you were when you did your first show, and the other one is 3 years old, and you married, and you prefer being in your house than being outside every day. So I'm not the same person. That's why my music cannot be the same. I know how to do it. If I want to, I also have some old beats sometimes for fun, like Don't You with Lisa. That's exactly what I did. I can take a 15 years old beat, just mix it again, put the guitars in it the way we used to do, and sing that way. I can do it, and I will do it from time to time for fun. But it's like, why would I? But that's just me. I'm like, yeah, I did it already. You have all these songs, and like a lot of people, when they tell me, yo, give us some of those old songs, they didn't even listen to all of those songs. So why are you asking me stuff? You want another bottle, but yo, there's a lot more to drink that you didn't drink yet. And but that's the great thing about having these listening sessions. I can have you guys listen to the scope, like understand the whole universe. So listen, guys, go to my Spotify and search for that album, Caribbean Soul, and listen to it, and you might find the little pearl that you didn't understand yet, or you didn't meet yet. Did you ever study music theory in school, or you learned from someone? Nothing wrong. Everything is just from doing. I never learned theory. I never learned piano. I never learned. I don't even know how to call things. When I sing, those guys tell me stuff. Oh, when do you learn to do whatever? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. When you do this, I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. They're like, yeah, but this is hard to do. Or like, I don't know. I just do it. And there's a lot of things that, when my favorite singers were singing, I was singing. When my favorite beat makers were making beats, I was just trying to make beats that sound like them. And then at a point you find your own style, and then you are the one that people are mimicking when they are trying to become like you, their favorite beat makers, and then they become, and that's the story of life. Indeed, Nadia, people grow, people become somebody else. This is part of the process, and I'm really grateful that you guys sticked here with me until 2 a.m. And if you don't have any more questions, I'm gonna tell you that it was a pleasure doing this listening party with you guys. Sunday, I'm hesitating between listening to something else or just having conversations. It will depend on my mood, or inviting somebody. I would like to invite Buddy. Yo, my brother Buddy Sadva. It's been a long time. You want a long call? With who? So good, brother. I'll call you after the live so we can chit chat. I'd love to have Buddy again. I'd love to have you again, bro, because I had you in the beginning when I was testing. We could. I would love to have another conversation with you. All right, let's get it on. So, my guys, it's been a pleasure having you in Club Shada, my Shada gang. Donations are here or there, whatever. Yeah, you see them. Super chats for those who enjoyed, and of course, give a like, or if you want to support your artist, it can be money, but it can also be just you guys going and playing our latest song. And my latest song is a song by me and Malcolm Beats, or Malcolm Beats and I. It is called You Miss My Life with Buddy. I'll do it. Yeah, we'll do another one. Maybe Sunday if Buddy is free. Amazing trip down memory lane. I wasn't old enough to buy album back then, but definitely have as an adult. Thanks a lot. Ooh, new Mac, new beats. Go ahead, bro. I'm about to. No, I did beats all day. No, I didn't do beats today. I did a recording vocals, and I mixed some tracks. I mixed 2 tracks, one for a project for Lil Maro's project, and another one for me. So before I go to sleep, I'm gonna do a drum kit. I'm doing a new reggaeton drum kit, and I'm just gonna prepare that in Logic, create that reggaeton drum kit, and I will probably do some beats with it. Maybe one of these lives, if I don't have nothing to say, I might just do some beats. It's been some while that I didn't do beats live, and I have to do that too, and I also have to work on my new album. But I'm gonna remind you that this show is sponsored, powered by shadaware.com, and if you want a tire like this one, This is Buddy's favorite jacket. You can get them on shadawear.com. Again, I want to thank all of you for your presence. It was a real pleasure. It was a real pleasure for me to be with you guys, and I will see you. Thanks a lot, brother. I have lots of stories, and I would love to have conversation with you guys. So Sunday, I guess Sunday I'll be there, and we will continue. And I really hope that. Thanks, Jeffrey. Thanks a lot. I really hope that you enjoyed that album, Caribbean Soul, and the next album listening party. I'm not gonna do it like too early because I wanna take the time to let you digest those albums. But next week we will dive into the album that changed everything again. I think I'm Ready changed everything in '98, but then in 2003, I'm Ready. It's All Love changed everything, and I want to explain to you why the album is called It's All Love, where I was in my life at that time, and who I was becoming at that time. And after It's All Love, we will probably go to Sumia's first album, because after that we're gonna explore not only Kaysha's music, but if we are going chronologically, we will also start with Sushiro Productions. So next album listening party will be Kaysha, It's All Love. Then it's gonna be Sumia, Still in Love, and then Elisio Original di Cabo Verde, and then ABG. So get ready for those ones. Those are heavy. Once again, my name is Kaysha. This is Club Shada. You are always my guest of honor, and I'm leaving you with this beautiful track by Malcolm Beats and I that is just released. So please go stream it on the platforms. It's called Are You Gonna Tell Me? Check it out.
Malcolm Beats.
Onyx. I'll see you soon, my people.
Tell me it's over if you don't wanna be with me anymore. This torture of my heart, do you really feel that this is necessary? It's not a game, I'm not a toy. Respect the man, I'm not a boy. I thought we were a great alloy. Stop playing the game. Are you gonna tell me? Are you gonna let me know if you're gonna let me go so I can fix my flow? Are you gonna tell me? Are you gonna let me know if you're gonna let me go so I can fix my flow? Honey, bunny, I guess I shouldn't call you like this anymore. Touch me, tease me, another set of things I should put in the past behind me. It's not a game, I'm not a toy. Respect the man, I'm not a boy. I thought we were a great alloy. my flow.